Hello, guys, and welcome to today's tropical update. And we are here with some tropical storm Rai. Here, we finally got a tropical storm out of this, and its name Rai is located 6.8 north, 138.6 east. Maximum sustained winds of 45 knots or 50 miles an hour. Its minimal sensor pressure is 993 millibars. So, with that being said, let's take a look at the GFS. I don't know why this is the only model on this, but it is what it is. As you can see, it gets pretty strong heading towards the Philippines at 954 millibars, which is a solid Category 3 typhoon. And this is mid December. I mean, not that December monsters are not unheard of, but two back-to-back ones in December. Uh, if the Westpac is making a comeback here, and the Philippines are definitely in the crosshairs of this one. So here is the GEFS tracks minimal MSLP, and as you can see, it's fairly clustered. I don't think the Philippines is gonna get out of this one, which is unfortunate. So as you guys know, as I say every video, this black line is the average mean of everything that you see here. So this system has about 72 hours before it makes landfall somewhere in the southern Philippine islands here. So please, make sure you guys are paying attention. Obviously, I'll be here to, you know, give you guys the information that you guys need to stay ahead of the storm. All right, so here is the GEPS, and it's not as strong as the GEFS here, as it has an average landfall of around 980 to 982. But this is the same, ordeal as the GEFS, as it just has a landfall in the Philippines. So, like I said, I don't think the Philippines are going to be able to get out of this one, unfortunately. All right, so here is the GFS, and it's not exactly where I want it to be, so bear with me here while I get another one up here. All right, so here we go. Here we go, right here. This is initialized at 18Z. This is 6 hours from now. Well, literally now, as this is 989 millibars here. And as you can see, the shear is kind of moderate. That's why it's not really taking off as much as it should right now, which is good for Philippines. Not that it's gonna be any better really going forward. The relative humidity here is 89%, so it has plenty of humidity to work with. It's just that the shear right now is just not, working with it right now. But as you can see, this year is still high here at 24 hours out, 17 knots. The relative humidity is 87%. So it's not really any different when it comes to the shear. As a matter of fact, the shear has gained strength here. 48 hours out. Here we are. Now it's starting to take off a little bit. And now we're down to 10 knots this year, which is conducive for any rapid, well, not rapid development, but a strengthening phase. And we still have 88% relative humidity here. So as you can see, everything is set here for what is to come. In 72 hours, about 66 to 72 hours, it's going to make landfall, but I think it's more 60. I'm going to give it 69 or 70 hours until landfall here. And as you can see, because we're close to land, we can't really tell what the wind shear is. So let's go out to 96 hours, and as you can see, it weakens, but it doesn't weaken that much. And then it starts another strengthening phase right after it gets off the Philippine Islands here. So we're gonna go out to 120, and as you can see, now we're back up to 959 millibars here. So, and we're working with 19 knots of shear. So this is strengthening in that kind of shear, and the relative humidity is dropped by 10%. So that's 78%. Okay, well, let's go back here. I want to see how much rain, see what kind of rain totals that we're going to see here, which I'm sure is going to be pretty decent. As you can see, there's a wide swath here of about 300 to about 450 to 500 millimeters of rain, which is 11 to 20 inches of rain. So, like I said 2 days ago, flooding is definitely going to be a concern here. And it's gonna mix in with that storm surge, and it's gonna be a really bad situation in the Philippines with this amount of rain and the storm surge plus the wind, and you got pretty much a triple threat worth of bad weather coming. All right, so since we can't look at the particulars here with these remaining models, we're just gonna take a look at the timestamps here. This was initialized at 12Z today, and as you can see, it kind of takes it slow with development here. As you can see, 24 hours out, we're only at 997 millibars. 48 hours, we're at 990, and I think right now we're at 993. So this is already way off. We're gonna go 72 hours, about 60. Like I said, this one is about 69 to 70 hours for landfall here. And the CMC has it landfalling in the Philippines at a 977 millibar typhoon. So that's 2 for 2 now with typhoon landfalls in the Philippines. So now we're gonna go 96 hours, and as you can see, it starts to lose some steam here because obviously land interactions and what have you. And 120 might start another strengthening phase here, but we won't go any farther than this. All right, so here's the icon model, and as you can see, it didn't initialize all that good either. I don't know what the icon and CMC are thinking with the initializations, which is freaking horrible. As you can see, this is initialized at 18Z, and this is at 21Z, which is already past. So this is already wrong. We're gonna go 24 hours out, 997, 48, 992, and it looks like it makes landfall at 60 hours, about around 60 hours, and 987 millibar Category 1 typhoon. So we can only hope that the icon happens. I mean, it's a 30 millibar difference, which can mean a whole lot, really. But you're still obviously going to get some very heavy rains and very gusty winds and a little bit of storm surge. So now we're going to go 96 hours out. As you can see, it starts this re-intensification as we head out through time. All right, so here's the final model we're going to be looking at, and this is somehow at. Let me see if I got the right one. Yeah, okay, we're good. No, we're not. All right, looks like another one's going to screw up on me. So bear with me here. One moment here. Okay, so here we go. This is 12C, and as you can see, well, this is the euro is suckage as it has been all year. And as you can see, here's 24 hours from now, and it's 995 millibars. So this is severely wrong right now. And then 48 hours is at 984, and then 982. So the icon and the European are the ones that we kind of want right now. We don't want anything like the GFS where it shows a 951 millibar typhoon barreling down on the Philippines. That's just definitely not what we want. All right, as you can see, it doesn't weaken as much going through the islands as all the other models. It only loses like 5 millibars here, and then it starts a very deep re-intensification process after the Philippine Islands. Um, we're gonna have to see if any other land threats are possible after the Philippines, because there's not that much real estate between Philippines and land here, land there, land everywhere. So I'm gonna keep on top of that for you guys as we go through time. All right, so here's the sea surface temperatures, and as you guys know from not yesterday, but 2 days ago, that there was not rapid, but very much 29s and 30s, which is still the case here. But now we have some 31s popping up here. But so the Western Pacific is definitely boiling right now, and continues to be conducive water temperature wise for typhoon development as we go out through time. So here we are. The system is past 140 east here, so it's working with a good amount of 30s here. So that's going to be fuel for the fire, so to speak, as we go forward through time. Anyways, you know, you guys in the Philippines, just be careful. Please, visit whatever weather center online sites that you can, and listen to your news weather reporter. If you gotta evacuate, evacuate. But I know you guys have been through major typhoons before, so you guys definitely know how to handle them. Anyways, I want you guys to be safe. Definitely want you guys to be able to see me from the other side of your computer screen, because I like giving this info out for you guys. Anyways, stay safe. I want to thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys again tomorrow.